over there, not on the people who showed up. And then when they say things like, well, we won't do anything today because nobody's here. I'm here. You just valued them for not being here. You made that the norm. So guess what I'll do tomorrow? I won't be here. Because you just told me that I don't need to be here to be important. Because I'm not anybody. Because everybody's not here. So let's think about social norming campaigns. Do I have anybody here who's over the age of 35? Raise your hand if you're over 35. Under 35, raise your hand. Okay, we're going to do a little quiz. Social norming within this country. I don't know anybody here, but I do know this. Under 35, over 35, how many of you grew up wearing seatbelts all the time as a child? Over 35. How many over 35? Sometimes they wore seatbelts. They really didn't really. Over 35, how many didn't really wear seatbelts growing up? Under 35, how many of you grew up wearing seatbelts pretty much all the time? Just happened. Well, my age, Mom had that arm. That was supposed to stop you. Like, Mom, laws of physics. You know, 120 miles per hour physics. I don't even know physics. But I know your little bony arm was not going to stop. She was convinced it would. Think about it. Over 35, we did not wear seatbelts. It was not the norm. Now you get into people's car. It happened to me 2 weeks ago. I got in someone's car, and they stopped, and they're like, I said, what? They went, seatbelt. Right? You realize it's now become the norm to wear seatbelts. Literally, click it or stick. So we use language to be able to capture that. It's interesting how society has had a radical change. Nobody did it, to everybody pretty much does it. Huge change. So when you say we can't change mentality, we can change behavior. We can change it by how we sort of create programs. There's a great university in North Carolina, Alcorn, Alcorn, the best. And all the schools that you've gone to are the best too. But High Point is a really interesting school in North Carolina. They've tripled their freshman enrollment in 5 years. And they've raised their standards academically. So it's not like they let everybody in. They're tougher to get into, and many more people are going there. They're building buildings like you wouldn't believe. It's a fascinating story of a school that has gone national. It used to be a second choice, third choice school. Now people are flocking to get in. Here's what they did. The president came in, said, anything we do, we want to evaluate. Why are we doing it? There was a huge tree he chopped down. People were all upset. Tree, right? The tree was in front of the library. People, oh, that's the library. They couldn't see the library, so they didn't go. Once they chopped down the tree, more people started going to the library. Real fast. He hired someone whose job was called Director of WOW. That's their title, Director of WOW. Not Student Affairs, it was Director of WOW. Their job was to make people say, wow. So they did things like they do free dry cleaning for students. Wow. They have valet parking free for students. Wow. You're trying to go there.
I'm going.
They started rolling around in campus with an ice cream truck. Wow. So all that, because you know, it's the same ice cream in a cap. But guess what? When it's coming in that truck, you remember when you were 8 years old, you go, and you get excited. And these kids go home after their first year. Research, I'm a sociologist. I study things like this. Research shows that between the first and second semester of your first year is when you can predict when their kids stay at college. It's the best time. Do they come back that second semester and they linked in? These kids go back. These students go back to their friends. And during winter break, they ask them, how's your school? Oh, you don't talk about that. Oh, what's it like? And they don't say things like, oh, the publishing rate of our faculty is 4.7. We have 72 million in our endowment. How about yours? Right? They say, what's your school like? And these guys go, we get ice cream. And their friends all say, wow. And that's how it works. So what's your wow factor? Freedom Schools is all about wow. But what is the unique thing in your particular site? What I love I heard today, heard in Harambe. Here's the songs that we can all use, but use your own. Make up. The thing about Freedom Schools is the model is so great, but it says add on what you want. Come up with a wow factor. The wow factor last summer in the Freedom Schools for our program was our students went to go visit. And I'm not claiming any credit for it. They went. I mean, I just know about it. They went to go visit where Emmett Till. Because that's one of the books in the Freedom School curriculum. So now they didn't just read the book, they went to where Emmett Till was killed and they did a documentary about what it was like for them to experience that. That's something they'll hold on to for the rest of their lives, that experience. That's a wow moment that takes it from one level to the next. Another thing that maybe you've heard of, there's this guy named Brian Wansink at Cornell University. And he does research. Anyone heard of those 100-calorie packs? Yeah. He invented that idea. Now here's the problem. Kids don't eat fruit. 8-year-olds don't eat fruit in the cafeteria. And it was a major crisis. They brought him in. Here's what he found. They put the fruit next to the cookies on the cafeteria line. And they put in that huge rectangular pan that's so appetizing, right? If kids are choosing fruit or cookies, what do they choose? Cookies. Choose cookies. Here's what he did for $5. Went to Walmart, bought a pretty bowl, put it at the end of the lunch counter line with a sign that says fresh fruit. Put the fruit in the bowl. Fruit sales quadrupled the next month. Wow. Because they could not choose between cookies and fruit. I can have cookies, and I'll grab a piece of fruit as I leave. Behavior changed. They ran out of, this elementary school did it first, they ran out of fruit. Right? So there's some things that we can do to how we package stuff, how we design stuff that can make a difference. That can make a huge difference. What is, so 75% of any students that never smoke pot. Nobody uses the word pot anymore. Maybe that's why. But they can just make people social norming in colleges. Most kids are not getting drunk on the weekends. Most kids, but everyone thinks everyone else is, so they're more likely to do it. They did a study and found 75% of the students at their school have never done this. And so actually began a norming campaign around, no, not everybody's doing it. What's that company at the right? Why'd you say it like that? It's an Aflac. Before Aflac came up with that campaign, less than 10% of the population knew what they sell. They sell what? Insurance. You know, insurance is not that sexy, but the duck got your attention. That duck, what is your duck this summer? What is it that gets people's attention? Because nobody knew what Aflac sold, and now everybody does. I love this last example I use in my teaching. You ever seen those 10 for 10 sales? It's really called a 1-for-1 sale. But if they give you 10 for 10, you go, I only need 3, but I might as well buy 10. And you start, right, because they have the frozen dinners, and you go, well, I really didn't want marinara sauteed beef tips, but since it's 10 for 10, what the hell, let me try it. And you start pulling down more. And you buy 10. You only wanted 3. Guess what? You can buy 3 for $3. But the psychology is you want to buy more. So you know what I do in my classes? In my class, I have so many points on my. You can earn like 2,000 points in my class. I could make it out of 100. But then extra credit would be worth like 1 point. Who wants to go to a play and write a paper for 1 freaking point? But I could say, this is worth 20 points. Dang, I'm going to play. It's the same percentage, but it sounds better. It sounds better. So we can use psychology. Okay. Real quickly, what can we learn from geese? Anyone know why geese fly in V formation? Anyone know why geese fly in V? Why geese fly? Who knows? Yes, in the back. Excellent. So one leg gets tired, it goes back, others jump in. They don't go, it's not my job description. They just do it. You'll have those people this summer, right? It's not my job description. Either it is being nice to you, but I do it because I'm supposed to, because it's human. Tell them that next time. Right, so, anyone know why else they fly in a V? They share the leadership so no one gets burned out? Yes?
The one in the front, propels the ones behind them.
Good. It actually generates 71% more wind speed. Geese, it's like the wings of an airplane. It buffers the wind, it cuts it down so they can go. Geese know, fly by yourself, fly together. You go faster, 71% faster when you fly together. You know, you've ever worked out before? You want to stop after 2 reps, your friend's like, come on, pump, do 5. Okay. And you do it because there's social influence. Do you know why one side is longer than the other? There's just more geese on that side. Anyway, we can learn a lot from geese. We can learn a lot from geese about flying together. So here's what I want to do. Think we can make it rain in here?
Yeah.
Not that kind of make it rain. Not that kind of. Ooh, not that kind of make it rain. Don't worry about your hair. It'll be okay with this one. But we're going to make it rain. The power of working together. Here's 3 sounds I need you to make. First, rub your hands together, please. Second, snap your fingers together. Third, pat your lap. And fourth, you just stamp your feet or bang on the desk or the chair or whatever. Alright, cool. Now what happens is when I walk in front of you, whatever sound that I make, I'll ask you to make that sound. But don't make it till I walk in front, and I'll keep coming back around with new sounds. So whatever I do, you do when I walk in front of you. And then if you listen carefully, you hear the sound of the wind, raindrop, rainstorm, thunderstorm, back down and subsiding rain. With a positive attitude and plan, we can make it rain Up in her.
Oh my God.
You hear that? Give us a hand. So everyone is a part of this team. I'm going to do one more example, then we'll do a group activity. Let me just see, just one thing I want to mention to you. At the right, you got 212 degree water. That's boiling at 212 degrees. 211 you got on the left. At 212 degrees, water is boiled. It's purified. It can power locomotive. At 211, it's just hot water. Right? Oh, I didn't say it. Guess what? It's only 1 degree that makes all the difference. At 211, it's hot, but it's not purified. At 212, it's purified. I'm asking you to make that 1 degree difference starting today in your life. You never know if that 1 degree will change everything. I don't change everything. Just do 1 degree of difference, then it might push you to that next level. What I want to do now is give you an example of how it's possible. So today is the first day of the rest of your life, as mentioned before. There's some cute lines, but I want to be respectful of time and do a little bit of Q&A and a big shot, because I know I'm standing between you and food, and that's not a good thing. Just a quick example. There are 3 frogs sitting on a log. Okay, and 2 decide to jump off. So how many are left?
0.
Math problem. I know it's a literacy program, but you need a math problem. 3 frogs sitting on a log, 2 decide to jump off. How many are left? No, there's 3. 2 decide to jump off, didn't mean they did it. A lot of people are going to walk out of here, I'm charged up. Now you're going to use it. Don't just decide to do it, do it. So here's an example of how it's possible. Here's an example of how it's possible. Turn to someone next to you and say, it's possible.
It's possible.
Tell them we make a difference.
We make a difference.
I'm going to go. Get my team together. Best program this summer. We're all that. Watch us succeed. Watch us flourish. We got this. Now, I'm going to give you an example. I got a quiz for you. 10 words. When you see how many you can remember. Artist, chair, newspaper, radio, soup, window, street, tree, baby, kite.
Baby kite.
Yeah, baby, kite.
That's fun.
Artist, chair, newspaper, radio, soup, window, street, tree, baby, kite. How many you got? I can cover the room without that. Is it not still on? Take this thing out. Y'all look at me banging around here. We can do this in 1 minute. Everybody's gonna know all 10 words. I need you to say 1 minute. 1 minute. But we can do it.
We can do
I'm
it.
gonna act the word out. Tell me what the word is. This is the what?
Artist.
Sat in a
Chair.
reading a book. Listening to the radio. Eating some soup. Looked out his window. Across the street. We saw a baby going next to a that's a tree. Which held the so again it's the
Artist.
sat in a chair. Newspaper. I can hear you listening to the radio. Eating some soup. Looked out his window. Across the street. We saw a baby going next to a tree. Which held the one time practice loud. The artist. Newspaper. Radio. Soup. Window. Street. Baby. from Baby Kite. So what I'd like to do now is to use